Okay, are we focused? Oh my god. We need to talk about this boob situation that's happening over here. Hello my lovelies and welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about my 7-year on hormones check-in situation. I legit cannot believe it has been 7 years since I started this wild journey, and it has been all kinds of incredible. Before we get into all the juicy details, if you are new to this channel, if you are not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button below and join our little community here on YouTube, and you'll be in the loop for when we upload more videos and things. Subscribe. So about 2 weeks ago, I'm having a conversation with my girlfriend, and then it occurred to me that I had been on hormones for over 7 years now, and I completely missed the date. I really should be better at remembering dates and things. I've put it into my calendar now, so every year I will do the update, I promise. I think I'm really so appreciative of the fact that I made the decision to go onto hormones, because honestly it was the best decision of my life. Before I came out, I was uber masculine, right? I had a full beard, chest hair everywhere, really well built. And since I've gone on hormones, I mean, this has obviously been over a long period, over years. I've feminized in such an extraordinary way that I sometimes don't even recognize when I see myself in old photos. I mean, it's just this weird thing that I know that I was that person, but I'm not that person anymore, but they're still part of me and I am them, but I look so differently, but I also feel so differently. It's just wild. I've done a number of videos on this channel around sort of the effects of HRT, but I'm gonna run through some of the things that were highlights for me in my transition over the last 7 years. Right at the top of that list for me was about how my brain chemistry shifted and changed over a period of time. I experienced the world very, very logically, very, very straightforward, very, very organized and structured. And then I went onto estrogen, and that changed the way that I experienced things. Suddenly I was experiencing the world very heart first, very, very emotionally driven in terms of the way that I was taking information, in the way that I was experiencing things, where before it felt very head first, if that makes sense. Yes, I know my hormones were all over the place, and I was probably incredibly moody and very, very difficult to be around. So I'm apologizing to all of my friends and my family. Right now, I was a lot. I get it. But I'm good now. The way that estrogen has also, I guess, shaped my physical body has been really, really great. The distribution of fat around my body has I guess gone to mostly my hips and my butt. My ass is pretty big now. I guess there's an overall kind of roundness and softness to my body and to my face, which feels really, really feminine, and that's really, really affirming. Now the big thing that we obviously have to talk about are my boobs. They are huge. I had the most incredible response to hormones. I haven't had any kind of surgery. This is just, I guess, from being on hormones for such a long time. I know that not many people have had the experience that I've had just on hormones with this kind of, I guess, breast growth. It's really, really been incredible. I guess I'm probably a C cup. They are round and full and really, really incredible. My boobs growing was a very sort of interesting thing. When I first started hormones, I was on the pills. So I was on a testosterone blocker and then the little estrogen pills. And I was on that for about 4-ish years. And I had some I guess okay growth during that time. It wasn't anything spectacular, but I did respond relatively well to it. And then I switched over to the injectable medication, which is the estradiol valerate, which is a more sort of bioidentical form of estrogen than the pills were. And that completely changed the game for me. After being on the pills for so long, I felt like my growth had been stagnated. At a particular point, I just leveled out, I guess. And then I went on to the injection, and then suddenly my boobs started growing again. My body started taking even more shape than it had before, and the amount of change that I saw in a very short period of time was was incredible. Like, I really love my boobs, and I'm incredibly grateful that I responded so well to hormones. Like, wow. Before we go any further, I would like to thank the sponsor of today's video, who is Gender Dynamics. It is the first registered organization in Africa that focuses solely on transgender and the gender diverse communities' rights. They are a non-profit organization who has been doing incredible work here in South Africa. They made things like being able to change your gender marker for people like me, so we're able to do that in South Africa. They've also worked on access to gender affirming healthcare, and they also work in higher education to make education more inclusive for trans and gender diverse people. I've worked with them really closely over a number of years, and now Gender Dynamics needs your help with their Rainbow initiative. They are raising funds to support the trans community here in South Africa with a number of economic and social difficulties that they are facing. Things like homelessness, access to education, shelter, access to healthcare. So there are a number of things that they're doing to support the community. So head to the link in the description of this video to make a donation and help support them who help and support us. Thank you so much to Gender Dynamics for sponsoring this video. Okay, let's get back to talking about my boobs. I think the thing that I'm most grateful for right now is that for the first time in a long time in my life, I am extraordinarily confident and comfortable in my body than I've ever been before in my entire life. I know that I'm a little bit overweight, and that's something that I can work on. I know that there are features about my body that I'm not completely in love with, but I'm okay with that. There were periods in my life where I was a lot skinnier, where I was, I guess, a lot more desirable in a particular way while I was presenting as male. But I think the sort of peace and the clarity and the deep sense of like gratitude for me has come now in this sort of latter stages of my life, that I am I can't put it into words. It's been the most profound and life-changing thing that has ever happened to me, and I am so grateful to like everyone around me, my friends, my family, my networks, my support groups, who have held me over the last 7 to 8 years of struggling with my identity and coming into my own and being myself. And like I wouldn't be here, I guess, if it wasn't for everyone. So thank you. Like, I love all of you so much. Right, my lovelies, that is my 7-year update on hormones. If you have any questions that you would like me to answer, drop them in the comments of this video and I will do my best to answer them. And if you are not subscribed to this channel, again, please remember to hit that subscribe button and turn the bell on for notifications so that you are, you know, in the loop for when we upload more videos. And I'll see all of you in the next one. Ciao.